enlightening.
Teamwork.
Unique.
Unbelievable.
Hype.
The famous words of my other intern, it would be lit.
I think the impact has been phenomenal. They bring different ideas, different thoughts, different innovation to the organization.
We recruited the brightest and the best, those students who wanted real life experience. We wanted them to come here to gain that experience.
Being here in this short amount of time, I've already seen the various environmental procedures and the sustainability procedures that we have worked on and that we're looking to implement in the near future. One of my personal projects is called the P3 Food Rescue Program, and what that is I'm trying to coordinate and set up so that we eliminate our food waste at the airport, and we're diverting it from the landfills and donating it to local food banks for families that are food insecure, children, and the summer is a perfect time for that.
Because it's a lot of design experience, you get that real world of the meetings and all the projects that go on within the real world. I think there's a lot of different positions here for everybody. There's so many different departments and experiences to see.
As a matter of fact, this airport is really like a small city, and now you get to learn all the operations that basically go into running a small city, but on a smaller scale.
So I think it really goes into what it means to work at an airport, but more technical details, seeing the air traffic control, seeing where planes are getting fixed, even seeing the things like underground tunnels maybe, things like that. There's always more to be seen, because as a traveler, you never see the things we've seen as actually working here.
I enjoy getting a more hands-on experience, and the airport is an interesting place to do that. It gives you something that school can't. You can see how your work is directly affecting things in the real world. So it helps you apply what you've learned to a more real-world situation.
Turns out we have a number of directors today, people in very critical functions here who originally came to us through an internship program. So it's a great program. It's a great way to find good people, and we get to screen them, and they get to take a look at us, and if it's a good fit, hopefully there's a great career for them here.
Speaking from personal experience, I was a former intern here many years ago, about 20 years ago actually, and I think it's a great program. As an intern when I came here, I never realized the opportunities that were available, and I was interested in being a pilot and flying, and which is the way a lot of people come into job opportunities here at the airport, but being exposed to the internship program and all of the different departments that are out here, it worked out incredibly.
I'm an environmental studies major. I would say it relates directly to the environmental and sustainability department. Learning about environmental issues and how important it is to incorporate sustainable initiatives for the future.
Coming into it, I didn't really know what to expect. Hadn't really been exposed to aviation all too much, but I did know that as far as the business was concerned, it'd be a really great opportunity for me to branch out and expand on the knowledge that I already have. I guess just the ability or the opportunity to learn new things in a different environment and be in a professional atmosphere and really get to kind of see what that's like up close and personal.
It's not every summer intern that gets the vice president, their senior vice president, to walk up and say, hey, or this chief of police, or the chief of credentials, or the chief of fire. Every one of them I have a personal relationship with, and every one of them said that I can call or text them or email them if I ever need anything, and that's something you can't buy. That's huge, especially for someone who's just starting a career out. I really thought it was going to be data chugging. I really thought it was going to be sitting in an office just putting in data all day or looking through old police reports, and it's been nothing like that. It's been all hands-on. I've been working with the police. I've been working with credentials. They've let me do audits. They've let me do ride-alongs with police. I've got to hang out with the SWAT unit, the DEA task force unit, and all different kinds of things, and I would recommend it to anyone who's looking into law enforcement because they picked up a lot of tips along the way and maybe lead me to something I wasn't thinking about before this. Just to network and get introduced to the public sector more. It's something I never really thought I'd end up in, especially
but so much of our schoolwork is related to the airline industry. So it's been really interesting. Networking and working as a team. There's something pretty gratifying, when you do work for someone and they give you positive feedback and you can see your work affects others around you. It's nice.
The intern program is a very important and critical element to what we do here at the airport. Both a great experience for the interns and a great experience for the airport. What we want to do is make sure that young people have an opportunity to really learn about what we do, but also learn about themselves, because it may be for some and not for others, but of course I'm very biased. I think the airport is a great place to work, and I hope the interns ultimately feel like it's a place that they can make a career.
Learning all these different things about a major airport that's 30 minutes from my house is just kind of insane. Helping out with the bigger projects that go higher up in the management, because they're seeing your frontline work, so it's kind of cool. Then they email you and say, hey, thanks. I'm like, oh my God, I made your day.
I think that this internship has been great so far. It's a great learning experience, and I'm looking forward to the rest of it. Getting the opportunity to learn. Although, when you're in a real life work situation, actual full-time employment, yeah, you have chances to learn, you get to learn your new job, etc., but there's not really any room for error. As opposed to being an intern, you're in a real life work situation and you get a chance to do what the bosses do or see what they do, sit in a couple meetings, things like that. And if you make a couple mistakes, it's okay, because it's a learning experience.
Right now this experience has been good, probably one of the best internships I've had. I like the fact that I get to do real work with my supervisors and coworkers. They don't treat me as an intern, they treat me as a real worker, full-time employee.
So we have a co-op program with a local aviation high school. Davis Aerospace High School is on the east side of Detroit. We brought 5 students in who are obviously interested in aviation at the high school level. We got the high school kids here, the interns got to kind of manage a little bit, so to speak. So I think it worked out great.
Maybe there's an intern here, this summer who might want to come back and run this airport someday.
Come to work on time, have fun, do things that are meaningful to you and the airport, and every day just attack it with a lot of vigor and enjoy yourselves.